Let's get you your dose of vitamin ABB today. This one's a little bit of a bigger dose than you're used to. A discussion on Eat a Peach, putting it in a little bit of historical context, also me riffing a little bit. Trust me, I'm a doctor.
Duane Allman was a singular force in American music and Southern culture. He conceived of and built a band that created a unique sound he heard in his head, but was unable to manifest. The Allman Brothers Band represents the fulfillment of Duane's musical vision, a brotherhood of virtuosos playing live. The band offered a distinct blend of Southern music, driving psychedelic blues rock played with the improvisational freeform of jazz. Although he was its star, Duane built the Allman Brothers Band as a band of musical equals. He chose bandmates who pushed him just as hard as they pushed musical boundaries. In Dickie Betts, Duane found a guitarist he and everyone else acknowledged as his equal. Barry Oakley's lead bass style gave the band 3 soloists on the front line. 2 drummers, Butch Trucks and J-Mo, formerly J. Johnny Johnson, provided a foundation that simultaneously grounded the band rhythmically as it propelled the music forward with an unusually powerful sound. Brother Greg tied it all together as the band's vocalist and with the swirling sounds of his Hammond B3 organ. After 2 years of relentless touring, and just as the Allman Brothers Band broke through with their groundbreaking 3rd album at Fillmore East, Duane was killed in a motorcycle accident. His surviving band members channeled their grief the only way they knew how, through music. They played a set at Duane's funeral, and when the music ended, Dickie, Duane's Les Paul, placed it in its case and leaned it beside the casket. In tribute to their fallen leader and his musical vision, they finished Eat a Peach and embarked on a nationwide tour as a quintet, a legendary period in Allman Brothers Band history that we call the 5-man band. The band still boogied hard, strong, and soaring, Tony Glover remarked. Each of the 5 expanded some to fill the empty space, and a different kind of internal structure started to grow. Though Duane's death ended their musical collaboration, his bandmates carried his spirit with them forever. Dedicated to a brother, Duane Allman read the gatefold of Eat a Peach. Here's Glover again. Most voids ache to be filled. It can fill many because it can contain so much sorrow, celebration, anger, love, and always the joy of just plain getting it on. So soon the 5-man Allman Brothers Band began to play again. What else could they do? As Dickie said, we knew what we had lost. We were trying to console each other, and the best we could do it was to play music. We slowly realized the best thing we could do was to stay together. There was so much creative power in that group. Only way to continue on without Duane. The first side of Eat a Peach is an unequivocal statement. The record delivered an important message. The band missed their leader, but they were carrying on without Duane. The group chose Ain't Wastin' Time No More to kick off the record. It's a blues with a helpful note. It's the band pressing on through the pain, a gorgeous song of loss and perseverance. I still have 2 strong legs and even wings to fly, Greg sang over Dickie's slide runs, the first time he played electric slide with the Allman Brothers Band. La Brea in A minor, an instrumental, follows. It's far from hopeful. There's something sinister about it, a simmering anger, builds slow like a classical piece. The band is unadorned. You can feel Duane's absence, yet the music is also complete. And then there's Melissa, a ballad that gave thousands of young women their names. The first song Greg ever completed, it was a particular favorite of Duane's. Greg played it at Duane's funeral, and its lyrics are inscribed on Greg's tombstone at Rose Hill Cemetery in Macon. As Greg said, the music hadn't died with my brother. The music was still good, it was still rich, and it still had that energy. It was still the Allman Brothers. Up next, covering 2 sides, the mighty Mountain Jam, a 33-minute improvisational masterpiece. In their set since their earliest days in Jacksonville, the jam revolves around the relatively simple major key melody of folk singers Donovan's First There Is a Mountain. The Allman Brothers Band built an entirely new song altogether with multiple movements and, for the only time in this era, solos from each band member. It is some of the finest musical communication the Allman Brothers Band ever recorded. Listening feels like eavesdropping on an intense, intimate conversation. And as the song draws to a close, the band joins Duane on the Carter family's Will the Circle Be Unbroken. The 5-man band would leave that very circle unbroken playing the tune for him at his funeral. Eat a Peach continues with two ABB setlist stalwarts, the final two tracks recorded at Fillmore East and issued in Duane's lifetime. Both are songs the bands typically played at the beginning of shows, with Duane playing slide guitar and open E tuning before returning to standard tuning for the rest of the gig. Trouble No More was the first song the band ever played together when Greg arrived in Jacksonville March 26, 1969. It's fitting that it was also the song they chose to close their career in the early morning hours, October 29th, 2014, at the Beacon Theater in New York City. The group learned One Way Out from harmonica player Sonny Boy Williamson. The Eat a Peach version is from the final ever show at Fillmore East. The final three tracks of Eat a Peach are Duane's Elegy, a glimpse of the future had Duane lived. Stand Back was still an instrumental when Skydog laid down one of his best slide solos, channeling a horn section blowing hard. And that's mainly JMO on drums for the only time in ABB history where he played the lead drummer role. Blue Sky, which Dickie wrote for his soon-to-be wife, Sandy Blue Sky, foreshadowed an entirely new direction for the Allman Brothers Band. The song is much more country feel than rock. Duane and Dickie's harmony guitars channel Western swing and the Bakersfield sound of Buck Owens and Don Rich. Eat a Peach ends with Duane's sole writing credit, Little Martha. The instrumental's quiet lyrical melody closes the book on Duane Allman's remarkable career. For many years, the Allman Brothers Band would play it over the PA at the end of every show. Its notes are inscribed on Duane's tombstone. Many years ago, I started signing off Allman Brothers Band related discussions with Long Live the Allman Brothers Band. The concept was always this: the Allman Brothers Band didn't die with Duane Allman, and I'm really, really glad for that. Long live the Allman Brothers Band.